Good afternoon, boys. And I know why you're here. You want to know what the best support stratagem is, and I'm going to tell you. But first, I'm going to do different two types, one for automatons and one for bugs, because they really do have different impacts on the two races. So I'm going to start off with bugs first, because me personally, I like fighting bugs, but I also like spilling oil. But I think bugs first, because the majority of the players enjoy playing bug missions. I'm going to start off with the railgun, the one that's been nerfed. If you haven't known, well, obviously you would know because that's why you're here, because your poor little railgun got nerfed. Oh no, the game's so hard now. The amount of people are coming into my streams and complaining how bad the game is now, how hard it is and how impossible it is. They've ruined their own game. It's like, no, that's what the game was supposed to be like. If you're in Helldive, and you can do Helldive without dying once, and there's no strategy involved. Everyone just runs 4 railguns, 4 EM shields, and they can wipe a whole Helldive mission easily with no like sweaty, difficult situations. Then that's not a difficult Helldive. It's not Helldive difficulty. It's supposed to be like impossible. That's what the difficulty is. And if you're running it like a fucking breeze in the park, then that's not what it's supposed to be. So the railgun nerf was 100% needed. And if you're going to cry about it, go cry to your mama, because I don't give a fuck. The railgun at the moment on bugs is a B tier, because it can't take down charges anymore. So it takes about 10 to 11 shots compared to its 4 shots in the mouth. So it's definitely a B tier. You can still one-shot Bile Titans, but you need to shoot the eggs when it's spewing the acid at you. And that's quite like a skill gap thing for that. So it's gone from S to B tier. I'm over here now. And then the anti-material rifle, I'm pretty sure it's called. This is actually not too bad. This can replace the railgun in terms of what it does to charges and whatnot, but it's still not as effective as it was pre-nerf. So I reckon this is a solid B tier, because you can take out the heavy armored head unit ones pretty easily with this. It helps taking out charges, but it's overall like not really great, but it can be used in different situations. So if you're taking out just the king ones, you know, the big heads, you shoot the limbs off, shoot both limbs off, shoot at the head and it dies. Pretty easy, and the rate of fire is not too bad on it, so that's a solid B tier. And I'm gonna go with my most favorite bug stratagem weapon right now. It's the flamethrower. Hands down, the buff has made it the best gun in the game, or support weapon, sorry, and it can take down a charger in half a tank. It can take down biles, but if you use like an airstrike or a 500 kg bomb, and then you can finish it off with a flamethrower, it works like that. But I have not soloed a bile titan with a flamethrower once, because it's just too crazy when you're playing Helldive difficulty and you got all these other little minions, all these other bugs that are attacking you, and in a bile titan you can't just sit there and test it out. But overall, the flamethrower is one of my favorite ones to verse bugs with, and it is incredibly good because it was buffed. And this is the spear. This is going in an A tier for bugs, because me personally, it's replaced the railgun and taking out charges and bile titans. Bile titan takes about 3 hits with this spear gun, and it takes 2 shots for charges. So, and you get your own backpack as well. So I think you got 4 or 5 bullets in your backpack, 1 in the chamber. So you can basically effectively take out 3 charges before you have to replace this. And depending on your other stratagems, you'd be able to wipe out most charges that spawn in the first couple of minutes. But then you'll be on your own, which is the downside to it, because it doesn't have many bullets. But you can resupply it with your resupply, but 1 bullet per resupply pack. So you get all 4 resupplies, that's 4 bullets. So it's kind of selfish in a way in a team game. So it kind of depends on your playstyle and what your team's going for. But I think it's a solid A tier, and it's a really good replacement for the railgun. Next up, we have the other laser cannon, which was buffed, but it's still not that great. It's been buffed, has some extra damage and the cooldowns, but it's still not an amazing weapon. So I'm gonna have to give this a B tier. It can mop up all the little mobs pretty damn easy. Like if you're just versing the lower tier ones up to like the king head one, I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about, the one you gotta shoot the limbs off and then shoot the head. That one, it can deal with those pretty easily. But when it starts getting to the really heavy armored ones, yeah, you're struggling. You're struggling pretty hard. Now this one might be a little bit controversial, but the arc thrower, I don't like it. I really don't like it, but it's really good to take out low tier mobs, and it does do damage over time when versing charges and whatnot. So for example, you get a massive pool of enemies, so a bug breach comes up, a charger comes up, you arc like you arc charger the charger, right? And then it spreads to all the little minions and kills the other ones. So it can be really good in eliminating all the tedious little like tier 2, tier 1 enemies while also doing damage to the chargers, which can be really good in certain situations. But me personally, I don't like it because I keep getting TK'd by all my teammates when they use this fucking gun. And it's really annoying when I keep dying to it. But I cannot deny the usability. So if, for example, one of your teammates runs this in a squad, and he just focuses on a bug breach, he could eliminate all the little pesky hunters that come out of that, which is so annoying when you get mauled by a group of 40 hunters. Like, that shit happens way too often, and this really eliminates that. So I'm going to honestly put that into an A tier because of what it can bring, but if you're playing with randoms or solo, it might not be that great. The grenade launcher, A tier weapon, especially for bugs. It's an A tier weapon for bugs because, one, it kills swarms pretty easily. It does damage to charges. It does bug hole clears. So if you run out of nades, you can just go but and clear a whole nest by yourself just by reloading. It's fantastic in the versatility it does with bugs. So that's an A tier. No stress about that. It's a great weapon to use, and you can unlock it at level 10, I believe. So all around great gun. Next up, we have the expendable rocket launcher. So you get 2 in the stratagem tube that comes down, like the pod. I mean, not tube, the hell, but like the pod, it comes down, you get 2 of them, and those 2 are just bad. Like, you shoot it at a charger, the charger's still not dead. So it's just weak as fuck. The machine gun, so this is the first machine gun that you get. I think it's good, but it's not fantastic. Actually, I'm going to put the rocket launcher in the D tier because it's just not good on bugs, like not at all. And the other one is the Australian one that has less recoil and a little bit less damage. Both are pretty good and fun to use. It clears out low tier mobs really easily, but it really does struggle dealing damage to the higher ranked ones. Also, the reload time is a bit ass. Now we have the autocannon. This is, I would honestly put it in the S tier, but I'm going to put it in A tier for now because it's S tier if you have teammates running the backpack for you. If you don't have a teammate running the backpack because you get a backpack and the teammate auto reloads your gun for you or reloads it when you're out of ammo, the downside of this is that it deals massive damage, but you got to have a teammate to hold onto the ammo for you or you just instantly run out of ammo. Like it's a couple of bullets and you're all out, but it can take out charges, it can deal damage to biles, and it takes out all the... You honestly don't waste on the low level mobs, there's no need. But it takes out charges pretty damn effectively, but you do need a teammate or a friend that runs that backpack. And good luck finding them in solos, slash like the quick plays, because everyone's running EM shield or maybe a guard dog, so no one's gonna have a spare back for you to use that. And the last one is this is the normal rocket launcher, right? Yeah, I'll just put it in C. So that's the expendable one, and that's just the normal one that you can reload. It's just better than that one, but it's still not great for bugs. But yeah, that's my tier list for bugs. As you can see, flamethrowers on top. It's definitely good, followed by the spear. The spear is really good and underutilized. I don't see anyone running it apart from myself in these pugs, so definitely give it a go and you will not be disappointed. And I really do hope you guys enjoy your insurance ads. You're getting primed by all these adverts all over the screen right now, so hope you enjoy those. But now we're going to move on to the automaton list. First up, for automatons, the flamethrower, it's just not good. Don't use it against automatons. They're resistant to fire. Like, it does do damage to them, but it's just like, you'll be there for a long time. And plus, you'll just get shot by missiles and just instantly die. So definitely not worth it. Don't use it. Honestly, I'm putting that in the D tier. Just don't use it. Don't use it. Arc throw as well, D tier. Automatons, just don't use it. Some people are like, oh, but it's cool. It's like, no, just don't use it. It's not worth your time. Autocannon, A tier. It's useful. It works. It's good. But as I said, the drawback is you need your teammate to have the backpack. And it deals damage to like the Hulks and all the big riot shielders. It does good damage to those if you hit the critical areas. You can also one-shot some of them as well, so it's really, really good. The grenade launcher, it's a B tier. It doesn't really help you too much because of the bug holes for bugs and all the little tier 1s. Like, I'm just calling the little mobs tier 1s because that's what they are, just low-level creatures. It's good for those, but on automatons, it's not that great. Like, for automatons, you really need to have a specific build For bugs, you can really have a lot of versatility because the robots are just tanks, man. Like, are actual tanks. So I would put it in B tier, but kind of reflecting on it now, I just didn't have a fun time when I used it last night. So I'm going to put that. Anti-material rifle is really good against automatons. I honestly want to put it in S tier for automatons, but I feel like some people don't like the weapon. For me personally, I really like running it because one, it does big damage to crit spots, and it can one-shot the big boys, two-shot the missile guys, two-shot the Hulks and the right shield guys. So no, the Hulk is 3, but the right shield guy's 2. So it's really good to take care of those big enemies that deal lots of damage and are really a big nuisance for you. So that's a big W for that one. The railgun, everyone's favorite, that's been nerfed. I want to put that into B tier again. It's still usable. It's a lot more usable against automatons than it is bugs because it still does big damage if you put on the unsafe and fully charge it up and then shoot at the head. So it's like kind of a very skillful thing because you've got to hit the heads with these. Otherwise, you're just kind of wasting your ammo. I think it's really good for automatons compared to the bugs, but it's still not above the autocannon or the sniper. Laser cannon, it's like... See, the thing with the laser cannon is it does good damage against automatons, but you have to stand still holding it and they just shoot the shit out of you and you die. So you have to have your EM shield when using this, and on top of that, you have to stand still. So if they've got missiles, tanks, sentries, you're just going to get blasted and die. So it's just not worth to use it, but it still does good damage. Expendable rockets are a little bit better because these can actually take care of such things like tanks and Hulks and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually kind of good for this. So I'll give it a C, but I just don't like how it falls down. You can't reload it. It's one-shot use. And followed by that would be the rocket launcher. I'll put that into B tier because you can actually reload this gun and it does good damage against the ones I just told you that these ones do. So the tanks, Hulks, and etc. The spear is very nice, especially the tracking it has. So that's going into A tier. The reason I don't have any S tier, or I might, look, if I had it between the sniper and the autocannon for S tier, it would be like a tie because they're both really good. But I honestly put the sniper above in S tier due to being able to use it in solo play and quick play instead of being in a team environment with friends. So I'm going to put that in that solely because you can do it solo or with friends. So it's really worth it. And the machine guns, I think they're a lot better versus automatons because you can actually no, the machine gun will be C tier and this one will be B tier because this one has less recoil. You can shoot the heads more often and the critical spots more often, which deal more damage and then kill them a lot faster. This machine gun has more recoil, so it's harder to hit the heads consistently. So that's why I'd go for this one over the other machine gun. But overall, that is my automaton list. I think that's quite good. But if I'm playing automatons, I'm running these 3 ones here as my main weapons. This one, if I've got a friend that's going to have the backpack on it. If not, I'll be running the sniper rifle because I really do enjoy using the sniper rifle and it does pack a punch. That's me done. I'm going to go sweat my ass into the shower because I'm just sweating sitting here. It is another hot, humid day in Australia. Absolutely love it. But I hope you enjoy it and hopefully this is more insightful knowledge for you to play some Helldivers. And if honestly you're not sure, just play around. Like Helldivers is supposed to be you having fun and finding the way that you like to play. Don't listen to these YouTubers and streamers that say, use this gun, use this, or just find what you like to use and then use that. That's what the game's about. People complaining about the railgun being nerfed, they're just fucking pussies, man. They don't like change. Helldiver difficulty is supposed to be a Helldive difficulty. It's supposed to be like you're dropping into hell, okay? It's supposed to be difficult. And if you don't like it being difficult, go play fucking Roblox, alright? Anyway, that's what I think. And I hope this list helps you and gives you more knowledge about the game and what the stratagems, support stratagems that you can use. Anyway, I'm gonna go have a shower and do a shit. Mwah.
Trying to squeeze into my true religion,